Hey y'all, so I'm gonna do my happily ever after review via the car because I owe it to y'all and I don't want to be that girl. So 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. I'm not gonna go in chronological order because I'm trying to go off my memory, which is not great. Who are you to judge me? So I want to start talking about Colt and Jess. Jess annoys me. She just annoys me. I don't know if I thought she spoke better English, and I don't know if that's what it was, or it's just Brazilian people and how they pronounce things that annoy me. I don't know what it is. She just annoys me. So they're at dinner, and she's talking about, why would he, I guess asking him basically, why would you have your mother be in a room with us? And Colty and I like to have sex and noise, and and the noise and the noise. She's going on a girl. We get it, sex, like whatever. I like sex. I like a lot of sex. Baby Colt is the bomb in bed, because this girl and how she talks about him and sex is like he is somebody's like best kept secret. But whatever. And he's like, no, well, I got my mama room, and then she's also saying how his mother was really nasty to her, and basically it wasn't off to a good start, and why is she so mean? And for some reason she can't understand that people who travel for long periods of time, who have never been out of the States, you might be on edge. You just might be. I can't personally say what I would be like after a certain period of time. I know I would want to lay down if I didn't take a nap on the plane, but for over 15 plus hours, yeah, I'm ready to snap, to be on a plane and up and down and sleep and yada yada yada. So I guess and Debbie's old. Shit, she said she's 70 years old. Like, people who are 70 go to bed at 5 o'clock, so they not with the shits. Let her lay down, and she just had an attitude. She just telling her straight up, like, know that I want to lay down, and she just felt some kind of way. And she was saying, I want her to meet my family. I want her to meet my parents. And I don't know if she's going to be mean to them or not mean to them. And it's like, I mean, just give her a break. I don't think Debbie is that bad. That's just my opinion. And she starts, then Jess is talking to Debbie. They get together, and she's just like, yeah, so, what do you expect of this relationship? Just trying to see where her head is at, to see if she wants Colt for a green card, basically. In my mind, I'm like, I don't think so, because didn't she come over as an au pair? So she don't need Colt. She can come over again as an au pair if need be. I mean, just a question I'm asking. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it because they just irk my nerve. And then since we in the Colt phase, let's go ahead on over and do Larissa and Eddie. Okay, that's how she says it. Colty and Eddie and Larissa. Larissa gets back with him because basically she has nobody else. Larissa is the type of woman that needs somebody at any given point. She doesn't want to be lonely, and she ain't got shit else to do, basically. So she just gonna deal with who she gonna deal with because she has no other choice. And which is like, and Eric said, you broke up with me by text message. Her attorney said she's not supposed to be with him because I guess whatever happened. Her friend Cindy, I believe her name is like, why are you back with him? Or I don't want to hear it. So something he did to her, something that happened. I thought he had some kind of restraining order. Something happened between them two, and I think, I don't know, because I fast forward a lot through her, and I might have missed something. So she's like, I think Cindy, the next episode is basically like Cindy kicking her out, like, you can't be with him and live with me. Larissa ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but you got Botox, you got your boobs done, like your nose done, but you don't have a job. You don't have nowhere to live. Your kids is living with your family in Brazil. That's how she says it, in Brazil. So why are you over here? What is your goal to do? If you have, like, so she basically is back with Eric, and she wants to get back with him. He takes her back, and it's like, I don't know if he's a glutton for punishment, or he just wants to be on TV, or he just wants to want her. I don't know what the problem is with them two. They annoy the shit out of me. because it's like, what? Move on, Denise, because I'm getting upset. So let me just move on. Let's talk about who's next. Danielle. What is the girl's name? Angela and Michael. So Angela is hell-bent on not thinking she has to adapt some of the Nigerian culture. So Michael's basically telling her, no, they woke up the next morning and Angela showed him the 2 suits that she bought him. It was a purple one and the other one was a white one. And he was like, oh my God, the suit, oh my God, it's so expensive, baby, oh my God, oh my God. And I've come to realize Michael don't work. So I'm like, but okay, I guess that works for over there, I don't know. So she showed him the suits and she's like, what are we doing today? And he's like, well, we're gonna go meet some of my friends who are expats, and that's basically people who have dual citizenship in America and in another country, this one being Nigeria, and just so that he talks to them to get the experience. And Angela's like, well, I don't know what they gotta tell me. I know I live in America, and America this and America that. I know what America is. And she's going on and on and on and not getting the point of what he's saying, because she's like, I can tell you all about my home and my country and my town and my state, because I live there. I've been living there all my life. And she's forgetting one little part. You're not a black woman or man in another country, from another country. So the people he's been talking to, it's his friend Dawa and 2 or 3 young ladies. One of them was white and the other 2 were Nigerian. They looked like from their facial features, or Nigerian descent or African descent, from that country. And when he goes to bring her, she's already on level 10 as usual, and she's just like, oh, I don't know why, Michael, why you bring me over here? I'm gonna do it because Michael want me. She's going on and on. So of course, production sets this up perfectly to get a scene out of Angela and Michael, because that's what production does. So Angela goes over there, and who's there? 3 women. Now, we all know from the past 2-3 seasons that Angela don't like Michael with women. She don't want Michael talking to women. She don't want him being friends with women. She knows. We know how she do when it comes to women, because Michael has cheated on her. The guy hasn't gotten it yet, but production set it up so Angela can walk in and see these 3 women that Michael's been talking to. And she thinks, oh, I'm out of here. So she sits down and she's staring him down with a death stare. And they're trying to be friendly. And she's like, you know what? I'm out of here. Nice to meet you. Shook all her hands and she walked off. And she, shut up, Michael. Take me back to the apartment. And she's going off. And he's like, why did you talk to him like that? They didn't do anything to you. Shut up, leave me alone. She's going on and on and on. And she's still missing the part. They are black women that live in, I believe they live in Georgia, and a white woman that lives in Georgia. The 2 black women are talking to, I guess we're trying, or we're going to talk to Michael, or been talking to Michael about how it is for them in Georgia. There are still racist parts. There are still racist people, and he has never experienced that where he lives, because it's all Nigerian black people. Angela, you are a white woman who lives in Georgia. You already are above Michael by 1,000% because you're a white woman. Let's start with that. So he can come and live in Georgia, and the part of Georgia that Angela lives in is like the sticks. She lives in like a small little hick town, and hick town with African Nigerian, it might not work out well for him. It might not. I don't know. She don't know, because she would have never experienced anything he could possibly experience or may possibly experience, because she's not black, she's not a black woman, and not a black male. So, but she left, didn't give him a chance to explain that his friend didn't come yet, and that's the reason, they were there, they were waiting. So, whatever, poor Michael. If you want to continue to be in your abusive relationship, so be it. Do what you gotta do, brother. But, the next couple is Asuelu and Kalani. and this is the episode where the father is talking to Asuelu about what's going on, and I personally think he needs to tell the father, can I talk to you in Samoan? Because I can't get my point across in English with what English I do speak, and it's not easy for me to tell Kalani how I feel. Can you allow me to do so? Like, that's what I feel he needs to say, because I know as an American, when we get amped up, when we get hyped up and we want to express how we feel, what we feel, we are giving, well, excuse me, let me pull back. I'm from New York, and I already know when I'm expressing my feelings and I'm hyped up or I'm frustrated or I'm angry. I live in Virginia now, so let me back again. I live in Virginia now, but I was born, raised, still bleed New York City blood. You can't tell me no different. I exist in Virginia, but I'm from and will always claim New York. That's what it is. So I have been here and gotten to a heated exchange with people, and they're like, oh my God, your accent is so ridiculous, and I'm very animated and I talk fast and my hands is going. So imagine him trying to do that in English but wants to do it in Samoan, and I'm sure it comes across better. So that's my thought on that piece of it. So let's just hope that the father, Lo, gives him, or somebody says, talk to him in a language, and just get it translated on the bottom so we can figure this shit out, and y'all can do what y'all gotta do. But he was wrong. He was wrong for leaving. He was wrong for not, I apologize in advance for like the sun and everything else, but as I told you, I'm driving. Let me see if that helps. Probably not. But he tries to tell the father, like, Kalani don't understand, I'm sorry for what I did, and he's telling her, you have to apologize to my daughter, you know, yada yada yada. So maybe he'll apologize, maybe he won't. And it's just, it's crazy how that whole situation is turning out. I still want to know, what is his disability?
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
Sorry, that's Waze. Because yes, he talks slower because he has a different language and lingo, so I'm sure it's difficult for him. But something else is wrong with him, and I need somebody to say it. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna say it. I said it. Isn't there another couple? Oh yes, Tanya and Sinjin. They just, Tanya is very eccentric. Tanya wants Sinjin to do every single thing she wants him to do when she wants him to do it. She wants him to feel how she wants him to feel. She wants him to just, like he said in the beginning, I'm a character in your story. That's all I am. Like, I don't have a part in this. I'm not a co-writer. I'm not a co-author. I'm just a character in your story. And she's like, yeah. She gives 0. Tanya can't work. She's on her, she has her boot on, and she's with her friend, and they get their nails done. And her friend is telling her, like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you just go from one thing to the next. And Tanya can't work because at the bar, because she's a bartender, and that's a lot of her income. So she's not working. He's not working. He went on a job interview that they showed us, and he didn't get it. And he drank at the end of the interview. And I'm like, nobody, you're not supposed to do that. They offer it to you as a possible test to see if you're going to be throwing it back when you start working there. So why would you do that? But move on. Different country, different culture. And Sinjin is homesick. He wants to go home. He misses his family. His brother is on Skype talking to him, or WhatsApp, and he's telling him, you know, I had a blood clot. It traveled to my lungs. It almost took me out. And Sinjin is upset because he's like, if I already missed it when Grams passed away, and I feel horrible I couldn't be there. And I'm going to talk to Tanya because I want to go back home just for a little while. So he talked to Tanya, and Tanya's like, yeah, of course, you know, family, baby, yeah. And she looks like, oh my God, in her confessional, she's worried that if he goes over there, that he may not want to come back. And in honesty, he doesn't need to be back. Sinjin needs to stay in South Africa. Sinjin doesn't have the American mentality or the American wherewithal. You cannot live in America and not work, but want to do everything under the sun. You can't want to hang out, go out, party, drink, and not pay no bills. Apparently you can do that in South Africa where he's from, or he can work half-ass. That's just what he do. But we're gonna see. And Tanya, my question is, you went to this Costa Rican excursion experience school to do, we still don't know. You haven't done it yet. Whatever you did, I thought you should be able to get a job doing that, but you haven't. So where you go? What you go over there for? If you can't do that or bartend, what did you go over to Costa Rica for? You were so dead set on doing this Costa Rican thing, and you had to do it because you paid so much money and yada yada yada. But your ass ain't doing shit with whatever it is you got. And what was? I just don't know what that was for. Like, you left the man there for 2 months while you did this, but nobody knows what the benefit was from it. Move on. So that is my, thing that I'm gonna say about these episodes. We'll talk about the rest next week as we all catch up. Thank you for riding with me. I will say the couples that here's who I don't think will make it. I think they'll still be on the fence consistently. Angela and Michael may not make it because she cannot have a baby. She will not accept the culture, and she is not going to accept what did he say? Getting another wife just to have a baby, because he needs to have a baby to carry on his family legacy. I don't think he has a brother. I think he has a sister. So that's not going to work. He has to carry the name on, and that's the last piece. We're going to find out, I think in one of these episodes, Angela's mom passes away, and he also needs to, she has to find out if she has that cancerous cell. So she has a lot going on with her health, and she's an older lady. Like, girl, you can't. And her mom's health is getting bad, so they're showing that, and I don't know if they can survive that. I don't think Sinjin and Tanya will make it, because I think Sinjin wants to go back home. He wants to be in Africa. He wants to be carefree, not have an agenda any day of the week. Tanya wants babies. Girl, how you having babies and you can't even work? Again, a problem that we have in the society today, where y'all all want to just have babies and have the American working class people support them. That don't work. And the other couple, Colt and Jess, I don't know. Debbie may not be here for that. Colt, I don't know. That might not work. So we're gonna see with that one. Asuelu and Kalani, you shouldn't have got with him in the first place. Who told you to open your legs to this man? And what? Like, who told you? I just want to know, who told you to open who told you to open your legs and get pregnant? And that was your first time having sex? Who does that? Who? Because that's confusing to me. Who does that? Go to another country, get married, have a baby, and just hope everything's gonna fall into place. Let's start with what I would do. If I went to another country, found some man by a miracle, would I have sex with him unprotected? No. Would I try the spousal visa? Maybe. If it worked out? No. We would have to have a very long distance relationship for a very long time, and we would have to travel back and forth, me to you, you to me, me to you, you to me, any chance we got, because I'm just not with the shits. And we would also have to have long-term outings or vacations, if I want to say 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, so we can see how we are compatible, and I can find out the things I have to find out about you before moving in. So that is what I have to say. Colt and Jess ain't gonna make it. Michael and Angela, I don't think so. And Jess and Colt, no. Kalani and Asuelu, no. they'll make it if Kalani suffers because she has 2 children by this man. But he may go back to Samoa, where he's from. Thanks for talking with me and chatting with me. Bye.